Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackHere.com. Today we're going to break down the all-new Shoei X-15 full-face helmet. The all-new Shoei X-15. You know, it's not every day that Shoei releases a brand new flagship helmet, so that makes this big news. The X-14 has been with us for several seasons, and I got to tell you, it's a great helmet. I've got one that I've ridden in for the last multiple seasons. Love it. Max has been racing in the Shoei X-14 for a few seasons. Loves those helmets. We have both ridden in the X-15. We're going to do a separate ride review. We're going to share our personal experience with the helmet to help you choose the right one for your next premium. Because at the end of the day, these things really are not getting any cheaper. On that note, the Shoei X-15 in a replica graphic retails for $1,049. A standard graphic is going to be $999. A matte finish solid is $919. And a gloss solid is going to run you $899. Please understand, we don't update videos for pricing changes, only when the product itself has been completely redesigned. Let's dive into interior shape and sizing. This helmet is built to an intermediate oval head shape, which is the most common here in North America. It's going to fit 99.9% of riders here in the US very, very well. I measure 58 centimeters on the money with an intermediate oval head shape. I wore a size medium. It fit and felt exactly as I would expect. It's very comfortable, very nice, captured race style fit. Comparing this to the X-14, I would go as far as to say this was just a touch more comfortable, which is saying something because the 14 was amazing. Talking about fit, this helmet is fully customizable in terms of fit. You're able to take up more space in the cheek pad area by installing thicker ones. You can put thinner ones to get more room in there. You can change out the top pad, right? The different pieces can be tuned to dial in the fit. And something that's brand new with this model is there are 4 spots in the top pad that offer peel away layers. So if you need to create a little more space, you don't need to buy any additional pieces. You just pull the top pad apart, remove your peel away layer, which you're not destroying it when you pull it out. You could pull it out, put it to the side, try it, see if you're happy. If you're not happy, you're able to put it back in there and take that space back up. That is all new. We'll show you more on that when I take the helmet apart in the second part of this video. Glasses compatibility. This helmet does have channels to accept the arms of your glasses. They do slide right in there. Here's my take on that. They slide in, it doesn't put any pressure on the side of your head. That part is great. I think Lucas is probably going to show you a little B-roll here showing you they slide right in. They rest in these channels, and for me, it didn't sit exactly where I wanted it to on the bridge of my nose. Yeah, it had them in there captured. You could ride around like that. It just felt a little different. So I would say glasses compatible, 100%. They are glasses compatible. If you're sensitive to the way the glasses are going to rest on your nose, and you may not dig that part, just want to give you a little heads up there. Bluetooth compatibility. If you like to street ride with a Bluetooth communicator in this, the helmet has pockets. We'll show you this later on. There's some removable inserts. You pull those out. You can get your speakers in there. The rest of the unit, of course, is going to be universal. Mount it right to the helmet. Do your install. You're going to be good to go. This helmet also offers a hydration system integration. Show you a little bit more on that. And there's some to be determined stuff there. I haven't actually seen the part itself has been released from Shoei. You could use other systems, I'm sure, too. We'll touch more on that. That's something I've never personally used or done. Shell sizes. This helmet offers 4 different shell sizes to minimize the exterior size of the helmet. Shell construction is fiberglass composite. It's high-end stuff, of course. It is Shoei. Ventilation. 7 switchable intake vents. larger holes, larger channels than we found on the 14. This helmet flows air, period, a ton of it. They've got 6 exhaust vents built into it. The cheek pad ventilation system has been upgraded. There are 23 holes on each side for the cheek pads. Like I said, I've ridden in this thing. The ventilation is amazing. They did a great job. Aerodynamics. With Shoei, one of their strong points has always been aerodynamics. One of the best performing helmets in terms of arrows on the market. When they developed this, they went through over 150 different exterior shell shapes, with different wings and the whole nine, testing it in the wind tunnel at speeds up to 218 miles an hour until they landed on this. We even saw last year there were periods where, Marc Marquez and Alex Marquez were riding in what were versions of the X-15 that we've seen now. Max and I both ridden this, and I can tell you the arrows of the helmet are absolutely amazing. One thing that also is notable is the noise production is very low, especially when you consider the amount of ventilation this helmet offers. It's hard to believe it is as quiet as it is. Another key point is going to be field of vision. They've been able to extend the field of vision in the periphery as well as in the upper area. The upper area, 5 millimeters more open than the X-14. There are also adjustments to the cheek pads. We'll show you this in the second part of the video that dial in where the helmet sits that can pull another 4 degrees in this area if you need it. The pin lock insert that comes with the helmet is 10% larger than the previous version, so you have far less, if any, obstruction when you have the pin lock insert in there. The shield, all new, is going to be the central lock, right? So this has multiple shield locks you push down. For most riding, that's going to be all you're going to need, right? This is not going to blow open when you use just the first lock, the one that's integrated in the shield. To release it, you push in the center here. It releases it, a piece of cake. For racing applications, you slide this over. And I will say, doing this with the gloves on, because I used it at the track. Doing this with the gloves on, it takes a second to get used to it, right? It's not massive, but it is going to keep that shield down in the event of a crash. And they've went even one step further. Your shield ratchet, this little red lever here, you'll find one on both sides. If you want to zoom in there, Lucas, you can see what this does is this prevents you. There's the release for the shield. You pull that tab down, you are not able to release the shield. This is going to once again help keep the shield in place in the event of a crash. They do have some vortex generators for aerodynamics. This is the shield that I have on here is different than the one that's going to come with the helmet because I put a smoke on it. Some vortex generators to help calm the wind in that area. A lot of technology in the shield. Definitely some upgrades there. I personally really prefer the central shield lock. I think you get an overall better seal than when you have the shield lock or the release tab way over on the side of the helmet. Let's take a quick look at our vents here. That's your cheek pad vent. Here is your demister. You get up to the top, and these are just huge. Multiple detents. Large intake vent there. There's 2 more over here on the side, and when we take the interior out, we're going to be able to give you a good look at the size of the holes that are in there. Venturi style exhaust vent here. And then more exhaust ventilation back here in this area. Of course, we have a double D-ring retention system. I think we pretty much covered all of the features and benefits. When we come back, we're going to take this helmet apart and give you a closer look from the inside out. Okay, shield on and off. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your lock is released. bring the shield all the way to the utmost position. Come over to the shield ratchet locks and make sure those are both disengaged. Those are both disengaged. Now you want to go ahead and grab that trigger like so, and I want you to kind of pull forward and pull up and out just a little bit. Comes out pretty easily. Same thing over here. The shield is off. This uppermost tab right here is the one that you're going to want to start with on both sides. Get that to drop into your shield pivot. And I'll pull this back off and show you the hole I'm putting it in. Kind of push in and down a little bit, and then rotate it down like so. So to recap, pull forward on that shield trigger. Going to pull forward and up like so. Shield comes right off. The hole that you're looking for, right, to start it on both sides is this one right here. And it corresponds with this tab on the helmet shield. Okay, now let's go ahead and start removing the interior. We're going to begin with the cheek pads, and I'm also going to show you the adjustable feature with the cheek pads that allow you to get 4 more degrees of visibility in that upper brow area. To remove the cheek pads from the helmet, simply slide your fingers in between the EPS and the backing plate of the cheek pad. There are 3 snaps. They release very easily. These are also emergency release cheek pads. We're not going to do that for the purpose of this video. Once you've released the 3 snaps, grab it up here at the front, pull out, pull forward and out. Second cheek pad, same thing. Pull up, rotate out, and here comes your cheek pad. So like, check this out, man. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of holes that are going to correspond with the ventilation holes that are built into the cheek pad area to encourage airflow in that area, right? You can see all the channels here. And also that adjustable feature that I talked about that helps get you that additional 4 degrees. I adjusted the helmet because I always want it as wide open in that upper area as humanly possible. So if you're in a tuck and you're going through a corner that has some elevation changes, you just don't have any obstruction. So this is where we're showing you right here. This is the location for the adjustment, the additional 4 degrees. To get it back to where we started, what you want to do is you want to kind of push down. See how I'm grabbing this right here? My thumb and index finger have a hold of that cheek pad backing. And then you want to come up here to the upper one and make sure that snap has slid down all the way as well. In comparison, right, if you look here, you see that little gap right there. You see the distance and spacing in this area. This one has been adjusted for the additional 4 degrees. This one has not. Top pad, we've got 2 snaps here at the back. Disengage those. Go ahead and slide your hand underneath the top pad. Right here in the brow area. Just go ahead and pull and rotate this out. It comes out easily because you're putting pressure on it in that outward manner. When you're wearing the helmet, there is never any pressure in that area. This is a pretty complex piece, right? There's a lot of adjustability that is built into this. You can see here on the back that M9, F9, and up here in the front, it's an F9. All these are individual pads that you're able to purchase to tune the fit of the helmet. So let's say that it's a little too loose side to side. You can get thicker pads and put them in there, right? Let's say now it's a little tight side to side and you'd like to open that up. You can get that done by removing the pad and to show you an unobstructed view, we're going to go ahead and kind of turn this thing inside out. And here is your peel away layer. Like so. So you want to create a little more space side to side. You simply peel away that layer, discard that, okay? And if you're careful with this, the adhesive that is on it it remains, and you can see I just pushed it right back down. It's kind of a pressure-sensitive adhesive. If you're careful with it, you could try it, and if you don't like it, you could easily put that back in. So if you've removed it and you decide to leave it out, let's go ahead and turn everything inside out. There's only one peel away layer. You're not able to peel away more layers. The innermost is actually stitched right to the fabric itself. So it's just the one layer that can be peeled away. The same holds true for the back. So let's say front to back, this thing's a little tighter than you'd like. You're maybe a little more of a long oval. You'll do the same thing here and peel away the layer in this, and or peel away the layer right up here in the very front of the helmet. It's pretty cool modular design. All that customization that's built into it natively, I think, is just a fantastic feature. You can see all the holes that are put into the foam. Those are going to line up with the corresponding vent holes here in the EPS. It's a little dark in there. Are you able to? And look at all the ventilation, man, that's built into this helmet. Those channels are huge. Those went from 6 millimeters up to 10 millimeters. Large vent holes up here in the front. There is the slot to accept. Can you see this right here, Lucas?
Yep.
That is for the hydration pack. Here's something that I think a lot of people are going to appreciate. Look at that cutout right there. So the helmet, if you're a little tight front to back with your nose, and some helmets, maybe your nose contacts the EPS chin bar of the helmet, Shoei has eliminated that issue by putting just a little indentation right there, molded right in. I got to tell you, that's a feature that I appreciate. Removable chin strap covers. You can wash them and or replace them once the helmet interior needs updating. You can see these ventilation holes in this area here. There are 23 on either cheek pad area. Removable inserts for your speakers. Give you a look at that. If you're going to install, if you're going to install a Bluetooth communicator, right? Just simply pull that out. The cheek pads are going to go right in. I think I got it all, man. This is a pretty high-tech helmet for sure. There's a lot going on, and there should be. I mean, you're talking $1,000, right? $900 to $1,050 for this helmet. That is not cheap. And for that money, you should be getting the most advanced helmet on the market, and I think Shoei has done that. You want more details on the ride, right? We'll break it down a little finer. Check out that ride review video that we've got posted along with this. But let me tell you this. You're not going to be disappointed in this. I've ridden in pretty much everything in terms of premium helmets. Been doing that over the last 18 years plus, right? We've been here. This is year number 18. This helmet is amazing. You find very few people that have owned a top-level Shoei helmet that would ever say, I hated it, I was disappointed in it. You fit it properly, you're going to love it. Excellent piece of equipment. You have any questions? Leave those in the comments section of this video. I answer all that stuff myself, and I'm always here to help you choose the right gear for your next ride.